Are you making it too hard to engage your website visitors? Welcome to Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. Now, each week, we pick a random topic from the Fordify button. So let's see what this week's episode is going to be about. Enhancing your website's user experience. I want you to grab your cell phone, and I want you to think about all the apps you have on your phone. Have you ever read the instructions on how to use a mobile app? No, you say? Well, of course not. Because it's intuitive, because you've only got a small screen and they've only got so much time, so people that are using apps, people that design the apps, had to make the apps intuitive. And that's for an app. Now I want you to think about your website. That should be even easier to use. Now most people hire a web developer that makes a functioning website that may look good, but it isn't effective from a marketing perspective. Now I want you to take a look at your website. Look at it through the eyes of a prospect. Focus on what you want the prospect to do when they get to your website. Is it really clear what action step you want the person to take? So, what are your engagement goals? Well, here are 4 common ones. First, most people want to educate and inform, right? I'm sure you as a business want to educate and inform your prospects. Number 2, you want to capture leads, right? You want to be able to get them to read the content and influence them to put their name and email in or fill out a contact form to capture a lead. Number 3, maybe you want to just get them to buy a product or service. You have a shopping cart, you want them to add to the cart and check out. And number 4, you want to provide customer service, right? They're going to go online, maybe they bought your product, but you're using your website to support the sale, to give them information about how to use the product and what to do and what not to do and that kind of thing, right? Once you've identified your engagement goal, I want you to look at the crap on your website, C-R-A-P, and see if it promotes engagement. Now, what do I mean by crap? Here you go. C stands for contrast. What contrast do you have between the colors and the text and everything on the site? Is it readable? Relationship, one element to another element. Alignment. Alignment means, is the site and the flow of the copy aligned properly to help walk the user through so they have a proper user experience? And proximity. Is your button next to the form? Is the picture next to the text? So all these things are the crap. Now, when I look at a website, I look at it first visually through the crap, and then I look at the text through the crap, and I look at those 2 components because everything in marketing really comes down to, you have your creative, you have your graphics, and you have your text. Now, once you've reviewed it on a mobile device, then I want you to look at it on a desktop. Now, I know this sounds very basic, and that's because it is basic, but you'd be surprised by how many people don't even take these basic steps. Now, I have events all the time where I bring in audience members up for a hot seat critique, and what I do is I just pick somebody randomly out of the audience. I say, let me pull up your website. I do, and it's on the LCD projector behind me. And I say, okay, what do you want the prospect to do when they come to your site? And it doesn't matter who's in the audience. They could be a franchise, they could be insurance, real estate, pharmaceutical, retail, wholesale, all different types of audience. It doesn't matter. It always ends up the same. They tell me what they want the prospect to do, and then I turn around and I look at their website. And I'll say, okay, this one person said, well, we want them to call us. And I said, great. Looked at their homepage. Guess what? No phone number. But they had a contact button. Clicked on the contact button. Guess what? Contact form, address, no phone number. So they hired a so-called marketing company to build their website, but most web developers aren't marketers, so be careful. So even if you paid good money for your website, you still need to be responsible for this process. Here's your action step. Now it's in 2 parts. First, I want you to identify what your engagement goals are. Then I want you to go back and look at the crap on your website, remember mobile and desktop, to see if it promotes your engagement goals. Now, is it intuitive? Like the iPhone apps we talked about. Is it easy to navigate? And do the elements make sense? Well, that's it for this week's episode of Fordify. I want you to share this video with everybody in your company to get input on how you can make your website and user experience even better. Like what you see? Make sure you subscribe to be notified of upcoming episodes. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. Here's your action step. It's in 2 parts. I thought that was really good. Do you agree or disagree? What am I doing wrong now? Where do you want me to start? Now, Seriously. Spam. Andrea, you gonna make it? Breathe, Andrea. You're a good mom.